Here's a rewritten and rephrased version of the news article. No ruling yet. Judge extends restraining order in DOGE case. A U.S. district judge has postponed a decision regarding DOGE, opting instead to extend a temporary restraining order for another 7 days. This additional time will allow the judge to determine whether a protective injunction, designed to block DOGE officials from accessing personal data, should be enforced. The case arises from lawsuits filed by unions representing both current and former federal employees, who claim the government unlawfully shared the personal information of millions of Americans with DOGE. This high-profile hearing comes at a time when federal budget cuts are jeopardizing key agencies, including the National Nuclear Security Administration, which employs nuclear scientists and bomb engineers responsible for securing nuclear materials. The agency is now grappling with severe staffing shortages, an alarming development, to say the least. Meanwhile, recent national polling reveals a growing disconnect between public opinion and government actions. Many Americans support reducing government size and spending but are increasingly dissatisfied with how it's being handled and by whom. Political analysts point out a striking shift in perception. While public sentiment toward DOGE remains somewhat favorable, 46%, Elon Musk himself faces declining popularity, with 51% of respondents viewing him unfavorably. In contrast, former President Donald Trump, who has authorized many of these policies, maintains a relatively stable approval rating of 47%. Experts liken this situation to an old Russian adage about the kindly Tsar, the belief that if only the leader knew what his advisors were doing, he would put a stop to it. Despite Musk's actions being carried out under Trump's directive, public blame seems to fall more on Musk than the former president. The ongoing government downsizing effort has been chaotic, with critics arguing that the approach resembles a reckless slash-and-burn strategy rather than a thoughtful, strategic restructuring. High-stakes positions, such as those in nuclear security and disease prevention, have been vacated and hastily refilled, raising concerns about national safety and operational stability. Polling data further underscores public division. 33% believe DOGE's efforts should continue, another 33% think they are reckless and should be halted, while 28% advocate for a more measured pace. While there is broad agreement that government reform is needed, the execution is proving deeply contentious. As the situation unfolds, Americans are left questioning whether this aggressive approach to government restructuring is truly making the system more efficient, or simply more unstable. Let me know if you'd like any further refinements.